That was fast. Heater. Yeah. Let's for a minute. I guess David is just push the button. Heater, are you talking? Cause we don't hear you.
Uh, Hi, Mr.
Hi,
Ranjan.
hi.
I mean, see, I'm traveling actually. I
Okay.
wouldn't be able to. I mean, see, I'm not. You won't see my face actually because I'm just here to attend the weekly.
That's okay, no worries. Yeah, okay. I mean, as recording is started, let's then start. We have today quite, I would say, interesting agenda. Oh, somebody else is joining? Marian. Hi, hi. So yeah, I'll start with sharing my screen. Let's check. We have last week there was a contribution day in India, and Hitar was there, and basically I received 5 pull requests from him, which was impressive during the one day. Some of them already validated, some of them are still open. So I will make a short overview. What do we have? We have 2 pull requests which already closed. Is get all sources endpoints, where basically you can just receive all sources which were uploaded to Magento by using the search call, and it will return basically all sources. Was nothing crucial here, but quite useful stuff just to see which data we have. And then the next pull request is covering the delete of the sources by UID, where you can call the delete call of the source and transfer the UID there of this source, and it will be removed from the system. From implementation, both of those pull requests, I mean, basically was quite standard. What we changed the implementation to use the own interface for each of the command, which is in this case is, let me just show quickly, wait, where was it? Yep, here. So when we have a source repository and when we do, let's say, delete, we have a command delete here, and then we're doing that, and it's basically implements only one execute method, and the same for get list. We also has only one execute method here, and we have get list interface. Yeah, that was new and changed, and those 2 are already merged, and we have 3 more open. It's basically implement the get operation and save operations. I didn't validate them. I guess Hitaru, you still have some stuff to do, so to back merge your changes here to resolve the conflicts, as you told me. So waiting for those changes, but basically, yeah, they're like forget operation. Sorry, get operation. Sorry, not a get operation. It gets the source by your UID, so to exact source, and also the save the source, which was already implemented before. But after we extended the format with the format and mapping fields, it required some additional modifications. And yeah, was also done. So waiting just for final changes there. And yeah, I saw the prototype for Async import UI. That's a part of import which can be executed, well, like providing the UI for Magento, which can give the admin user possibility to execute the import without knowing basically the Magento API, so which will just be similar to the standard Magento API, Magento import UI. Just will execute this way with using our endpoints and asynchronously, but it's just a very small draft at the moment, as I can see. So as I propose to use a or to like ask to use a UI component there, because currently I see that it's kind of clone of existed import export interfaces. That's basically all from the pull request which we have still open. And now I will stop to share my screen, and we have today the Alex here, who worked last 3 months, 2 months on the prototype for basically import. That's basically why we are all here. That's an import of the products. And Alex, yeah, you, as I know, you can or you want to share with us some results which you have already.
I will. So I will start sharing screen. Oh, sorry, I need install extension. So
That's a typical problem. You can take your time.
I will talk about what we did. So it's just draft implementation. We need some architecture problem resolving here. We need to fix config, implementation, reader, converter. So we need a lot of things to implement, and maybe this draft prototype will start point to collaborate community.
Yep, that basically was an idea, so that's good.
Yeah. Currently, some of code is hard-coded, and we need to fix also this.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, the idea, as we discussed also, was that to provide the, like, it's called prototype. I mean, yeah, that's not a production import, but already has some like interfaces and implementations which will allow to define more strict tasks to other developers and to like distribute between others, like what can be improved, where we have to move in which direction. And my idea was that I will try to review it next week, and then we will discuss it again. And I hope maybe we will get some support from Alex Polaros, who is here, I see, and from Vova, who is not here, related to architecture implementation. But yeah, I would propose to do it after I will make a short review. Then we can with Alex be like have own ideas of implementing it, and then we can go like spread it around and make a discussion about this. That's an idea. Are you ready?
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
Are you seeing my screen?
Yeah, all good.
Yeah. Okay, so import will be started from separate endpoint, import source CSV. In demo case, they have source type, format, which currently not used and hard-coded in code. I will show you later. Mapping. Mapping, it's actually will help to parse data from some source, XML or JSON, and write to another storage like Magento REST or XML or another CSV. Import type, I use it base 64 encoded data. Import is actually CSV in base 64. You can see the CSV encoded. So we start from uploading. We get UID and config. Then we can use it to actually start import. Oh, sorry. And now some of products was imported to the Magento by REST. So
Nice.
actually, what was happened in this endpoint start block? It's pointed to import start execute method, which get source by UID, get reader from reader pool. In our case, it will it's CSV reader from import service CSV. I actually implemented CSV reader and patch resolver in separate module because we have a lot of interfaces and implementation in base model. So I propose to make implementation for CSV or JSON in separated small modules.
Mhm. That's good.
So by getting a reader, reader is just iterator for getting row or item by self. Example, if we have, we will have XML, we will define items not parent, and then XML iterator will iterate item by item. So get next row will be get next item. And from so actually iterator is working, and we process mapping from. Mapping from is so basically we have here array. I will debug, maybe it will be better. Source item, it's just CSV row, white data, mapping from get CSV patch resolver. It's implemented by array manager. So we just get some value from path, example, for mapping source path SKU, it will get value from SKU key. After mapping, we build item. Building item in the case of Magento REST API, we need to get JSON. I don't know for now what will be the best approach to which object we need to set for Magento REST storage implementation. I decided to set just JSON string, and the build item, it get JSON path resolver. It's set by mapping some value for JSON node, and item data, it's JSON string, so it's prepared item for sending to Magento. In case of other storage, I think we need to somehow inject this build items site storage implementation. And import to storage method, it actually send data to Magento by REST call. It get Magento REST.
Okay.
And that will be, so for each item what we do, we get iterator CSV, process mapping for each row, build item from this mapping, and send to storage.
Are you using the usual API or Async API?
It will be defined in import service XML. I propose to do this, so by some parameters we can define which endpoint we will use. Example, if you want to use more than one storage, example will be Magento REST, maybe we need to define some unique key for this. I'm not sure. And will be something like this. Maybe it will be another implementation, like Async, because we need to, example for bulk Async, we need to some wrapper to wrap more than one items to the table.
Correct. I would basically just put it as a node if we basically need this. I mean, if you should give a possibility to define the type import, or we just telling it will be always bulk import. But I guess that's some point to discuss. That's okay. And another question, where did you put the token, like authorization stuff for Magento?
Token and authorization stuff, I use deployment config, and it's env PHP file. So
okay.
I have not import service. I will add this information to the pull request, so you can also use this. I have URL and integration token here.
Yeah.
Currently,
Cool.
I using this way because we can't use some store config, as I know, because it's depend of store manager, which we cannot use for now.
Yeah, I mean, I saw some architectural pull request, I guess, some long time ago. Was just an article about how the monolith of Magento will communicate with the services, but as I understand, it's not defined at all yet the good way. So yeah, that's a good way, like to put it currently on environment PHP, and yeah, we will see later how it will be resolved.
Yeah, maybe we can, I don't know, pass this data for via parameters in import service, because for other storage, example, if it will be say like XML file system, so we don't need this, and we can define another parameters.
Yeah. Okay, good. That I guess can be discussed. I guess we will have a big list of stuff which can be improved and discussed in addition. But cool. I mean, that's really awesome that it works. I mean, yeah, it's prototype, but it already has a result, and it's already import via API, all this stuff. That's really nice. Is anybody has a questions? Sounds like not. Good. Then, yeah, I guess then for today, that's all. Thanks everybody for joining. We will keep you updated related to the architectural decisions and how we will proceed then. I'll try to review it, and I guess we will define some use stories where we can proceed with the implementation. Thank you very much, and see you next week then. For guys who will go to Imagine, have fun. Otherwise, still get fun, and why not? Have a good rest of the day or beginning of the day. Have fun.